Rightio. I'm just doing a review or showcase of deck stacking Siege Ballista. I'm pretty much done with the league and happy to sell my builds. You can easily break the 3.2k dex threshold. I've just spec'd more defensively and gone for more damage as well at the same time. So I've dropped dex nodes that I could get. You can easily get 3k with Mage Blood, but you can probably easily get 3.2 and higher with a rare belt, as you'll be able to get more percent dex. You can also improve the rings by getting tier 1 chaos res to cap chaos resistance, just for more survivability on bosses. Both these rings can be improved. I just got lazy, as it really didn't really need it for Sirus farming, which is what I was doing mostly on this character, was Sirus farming and selling completion kills. Also, the amulet can be improved by getting penetration on a prefix. You can Org Influence or trying to get it just a bit better. And the boots can also be improved by getting a higher movement speed roll, but it's kind of unnecessary when you got Mage Blood with Quicksilver plus getting Onslaught with totems dropping. There's really not much else that could be done. I think these gloves are perfect. Of course, there's probably better Eldritch rolls for implicits. I think my tree could maybe be improved. I kind of just stuck with this. There's a lot of builds that aren't using Thread of Hope, and by a lot I mean most. Most builds are being played without Thread of Hope. But it's just something I did to just pick up these dex nodes and get this elemental pen for free. I'm going to do all Uber bosses. I'm going to timestamp them so you can skip all the bullshit. I don't know how to edit videos, so I'm just going to upload probably a fucking 20-minute video of me killing all the bosses and just displaying all of them. Yeah, so you can skip me doing the boring shit and see the Poggers build. This is a flawless Chayula, so I'm probably going to get one shot by a rare, as I'm not using an armor flask. This is you can definitely map with this build, but it's definitely not clean. Bossing is very clean though. Every Uber boss gets insta-phased or instantly dies. Kind of fucked up by not getting in front of the portal. So currently I can drop 22 ballistas. If you got 3.2k dex, you can drop 24. But forcing that extra dex usually ends up in less damage, because 2.8k is fine, and then you can just see, even 2.6 is fine if you wanted to go more health. Oh shit. Yep, that'll kill me. Dashing in like that. Could also drop move speed flask for armor, but I did not do that. I do need to sell this though. I'm also unspec'd from Iron Reflexes. It's practically free armor, but the bosses I was farming, I didn't need the armor, so I did not go for it. But this league I was servicing Uber kill completion, so I was doing Siruses with 3 other players in the instance, so it was 4-player health Uber Sirus. Easily clears it before it can even phase. And I was doing around 25 kills an hour, and I was selling those kills at 20 kills for 4x. But you could probably charge more, as there's going to be more people going for those kills. Is it just coming near the end of the league? And this is Flawless Chayula.
I really must have all of the special competence.
I must have time to gather my will.
This guy's interrupting my showcase. Poggers. I've also roughly spent probably 3 to 4x on this build during the early stages, and of course items go up in price. My mage blood has infinitely gone up in price. I got it pretty early for the perfect roll dex influence, not influence, implicit, plus a perfect roll. It's very good for the deck stacking builds. Okay, this guy's computer is dog shit. Let's do Cortex. There's currently one listed for 5x with 7% dex roll and all res, but the dex roll is 38. Not as good as mine. So I think you could probably sell my mage bot alone for 3x if you just played a lot and could have the offer sitting up. But I've sort of like stopped playing as much, so I can't just have it permanently listed. So you could buy the build for 3x and then have that mage bot listed for 2, and you'd make your money back easily. Like two mirrors would probably sell within maybe like effective 24 hours online. Or just have it listed and find the right buyer. But Uber Cortex is probably the easiest. Boss just falls over.
Some ingenious designs hidden in his memories. Observe! Valdo's designs were flawed. Do you remember dying here? You will. What are you? In this, the realm of the past,
Poggers.
I am king, and you will bow.
I also feel like I'm underselling the build, but I'm kind of just... I kind of just want to buy div cards and gamble and then go back to the other games that I was playing, but this build has been really fun to play during this league, as I didn't find Sentinels as a very captivating mechanic, but Uber bosses have been really fun and very profitable, especially just servicing kills in TFT. The only Uber bosses that really holds any issue are Exarch and Ida. Sometimes they went into insta-phase and just do their invulnerability bullshit. That's impossible to survive. Any good implicits? Nope. And what fucking unique did I get? I'm guessing it corrupted. Oh, there it is. Alrighty, let's do Maven. I don't even need to showcase Maven. This boss is a joke. Could easily make profit as well, just perma-killing Mavens and going for Awakened Enlightens, Multi-Strike or GMP, but I think Sirus was more money per hour if you could sell kills to people.
Pain will be returned tenfold.
I think Sirus had the
Space alive.
easiest money back for invest.
Behold my collection.
And crafting supplies are going up.
Death will not be an escape.
It's also a very fun build because you just drop totems and then you can play mechanics. Don't have to worry about
Scurry.
self-casting or anything. Just drop totems.
Why?
Drop down Arcanist Brand with Sniper's Mark and then Ensnaring Arrow with Hex Touch for early weakness. And bosses just fucking fall over.
Scurry.
My
Scurry.
irritation is growing.
For generally just looking at this build for interest, you can also just make this build for probably 40x. If you're interested in that, I can link you my old POBs.
Scurry, scurry.
And you can do all the bosses.
Stop.
Maybe not as easy as this, because I think the challenge of Uber bosses is killing them as fast as you can and not interacting with their mechanics.
I must have time to gather.
But on 40x, you could probably do most.
Arrogant toy. This will not be an escape. Scurry, scurry.
Caretaker. To me.
And that is Maven.
The living toy must enjoy our contests. For it can.
Do Sirus now. It's a bit boring. Boss just dies.
Did you really think this would work? Destroying you is as easy as flicking a pest.
I will have to look up how to add
How boring
timestamps
and
because I have
small.
no idea.
You want the Atlas? Take it. It's yours. But Orith, I will burn to the ground. Perhaps the suffering of my fellow citizens will finally stir something.
Glorious flames!
What's this? A real
My mana
talent.
is spent.
You finally caught my attention.
Watch you be crumble!
But Sirus is pretty crazy. You just have so much damage. It's just the only thing that'll kill you during this boss fight is impatience, because sometimes it takes forever for him to come out of the storm. You just gotta wait,
Pointless!
just hold back and
Obliteration!
dash in when it looks good.
The others found strength in their projections. They became reliant.
Yeah, a downside of the build is not being able to see degen on the ground. Having capped chaos res like help you survive that. You won't get instantly one shot, but I put a lot of essences into these rings just to get T1 attributes with open suffixes, and
City is nothing!
a lot of them did not hit tier 1 chaos res. I also tried to make some with attack speed, as attack speed is insane on this build. If you can gain attack speed anywhere, it's really good.
Life really interesting enough.
But it's
to
very
warrant
hard if you're
all this pain.
trying to fill attributes in. You just off-screen bosses while you dodge mechanics.
Nothing! Fury of the cosmos!
Do you yet see the futility of your efforts?
think I'll do these two bosses next, and then do Uber Elder, because Uber Elder's going to take a bit.
Glorious flames!
On the edge of death, my heart races. I am.
Usually the last phase is the hard part. You literally just fucking yeah, just instantly
I
dies.
felt something.
Alrighty, let's do these two fast bosses. I've rolled them nicely. Like I could put reduced crit damage or reduced damage taken, max life, and ES's life, but I generally want to show what it's like just as a rare with invitation at 100%. Yeah.
It is not a battle you can win, hatchling. I think that's
I will try it now. Dead.
escape from play.
That's Eater. Thing just fucking dies. And then we have Exarch.
Your absurd defiance ends here, hatchling.
The appointed time is here. Victory will be ours.
Annihilation probable.
It is dead. So yeah, those bosses
Until the others arrived,
do not get a chance to play the game. Let's do Uber Elder.
I may knock them down.
Father, no!
Putrefy, rot, spoil, and fester.
The only issue with Uber Elder is the
A contest for the ages.
Shaper phase where he spams balls everywhere, but besides that, you're chilling. And even if you want to have a more secure of never dying on this boss fight, you just bring in a life flask. Because double DPS unique flasks are overkill. You can tank one ball and then use a when low life instantly full health. And you can just perma tank. I probably should have bought in a life flask to show it, but let's see if I can.
Have time to go.
Mortal flesh is so
okay.
fallible.
I didn't prepare. You wanna drop permanently around Shaper so that when he comes out of any phase, he just instantly dies.
Take this vitality boon.
Like what I'm doing now. You just wanna spam circles around the boss, and then try pull Elder away from the totems so that they can survive. So that when he comes out, he just instantly dies.
Mortal flesh is so fallible.
These phase bosses are cringe. But once again, you can just ignore the ads, spam around Shaper, so that when he comes out,
Gaze into the abyss.
he just instantly dies.
Take this vitality boon.
So that's
A
Uber
mote
Elder.
of my might.
So I think I've done every Uber boss now, except Feared. I could do Uber Shaper, but fuck that boss. It takes too long. Orb of Dominance. Prog. And then I'll just quickly show a Feared that's Alken Goad. Increase life, AoE, that is fine with me. Pretty much just always kill Atziri and Chayula. But I'm pretty certain I can just spam totems in the middle and they'll all die, but I just like to play it safe and just drop totems around Atziri and fucking...
My mana is spent.
That's dead. That's dead. That's dead. There comes Cortex. Cortex is dead, and I probably off-screened fucking Elder. Yeah, that is...
Another round will commence as soon as I have more combatants.
That is all the bosses, to my knowledge. I can also display the build if you'd like. If you want to see a live kill, just ask. I'm more than happy to show that. But yeah, if you're interested, let me know. I'll catch you later.